Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to, hello? Oh, I don't know if okay, sorry. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vanessa. Thank you for everyone who is joining in and who will be joining in for this next couple of 25 minutes. We will be doing a virtual vocal lesson here, and I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Vanessa again, and I have been singing for 20 years. I was trained classically, and I grew up in the choir. So I grew up in choir throughout my elementary years, middle school, high school, and even college. I have traveled internationally with singing, doing competitions and concerts, and it's been such a blessing. It's my first love, and super blessed that I can share some of my knowledge and my passion with you. So I don't see anybody currently. It looks like okay. I don't think I see anybody currently on, but actually I do see one person on. Hello, Theodore. If you're on, oh, I don't know if he's on anymore, but okay. So I wanted to make this session interactive, but I don't see anybody currently on. I was going to have people introduce themselves. Um, Shruti, can you confirm if you can see me?
I can
Oh, you can.
see
Oh,
you.
okay.
But I don't
Great.
see any attendees here yet.
Okay, thank you.
So let's
Okay.
wait another minute
Oh,
and
sure.
see. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I'm going to be teaching you some basics of singing and warming up our voice. So, a little bit about myself. I've been singing for 20 years, and I was trained classically through choirs and voice lessons. I grew up in the Danville Girls Chorus from elementary school all the way up to high school. I was involved also with another choir called Voices of Even Angels, Voina, who I traveled to South Africa with a sort of a singing competition and philanthropy project. In college, I was also in a gospel choir at UC Berkeley, so singing has always been a huge part of my life. I consider it my first love, and I'm super blessed and happy that I can share some of my knowledge with all of you. So I'm just going to go ahead and start first. If we have people on, I would ask everyone to introduce themselves briefly, but I'm just going to go right into warm-ups. So singing, people might think that singing is a very easy thing to do. You just open your mouth and voice comes out, but there's a lot of preparation that we have to do with our voice in order for us to produce a good quality sound. So just like you would exercise and you would warm up prior to exercising, you wouldn't just go run a marathon, you need to warm up your muscles. The same thing goes for singing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a sort of kind of a tongue twister to loosen up the jaw and warm up the vocal cords. If you're listening, have a glass of water. I always have a cup of warm water when I'm singing, or tea of some sort to make sure that my vocal cords are always nice and moist. So this first warm up is we're going to start, and it's Mama made me mash my M&Ms. So lots of M's, M-M-M-M-M's. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to demonstrate. And then we're going to also we'll also be talking about the breathing aspect. So it goes like this. I'll take a big breath through my mouth. We don't want to breathe through our nose because we actually want to fill our abdomen up with air. So I'm going to breathe through my mouth, and then I'll start to sing. So it goes like this. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. So before I start continuing with that, a couple things. While we're breathing, like I said, we want to breathe in the air gently through our mouth, not through our nose. And as we exhale, we're going to be exhaling slowly. So we don't want all of the air to rush out, okay? So kind of imagine that your stomach is like a balloon, okay? So when we're singing, the air and the power is actually coming from your abs, from your abdomen. So when you fill up a balloon with air, so the way that you want to sing is to not let all of that air out of the balloon out all at once. So what you want to imagine is controlling that balloon by letting only a little bit of air out, slowly and slowly and slowly. That's called voice control or breathing control, okay? So that's kind of the thing that we need to always be thinking about before we start to sing. So as I continue with this, keep that in mind. So we're taking a big breath, and then I'm going to let out that air slowly as I sing. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. And I still have enough air left that I could have kept singing. So we don't want to let all of the air out at once. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to go up. Now I'm going to start. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. So that, as I'm doing that, I'm also keeping my jaw relaxed. I'm also opening my mouth bigger as I'm going higher up the keys. You don't want to keep your mouth closed, or at least, small. You want to open up your mouth as you're going up the keys. So I'm going to go up. Now I'm going to open my mouth even wider, even bigger as I'm going up the keys. Here we go. Mama made me Now I'm going to go higher. Big breath. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Now, as I go higher, it's very easy to tense the neck and to tense the jaw and to tense everything here, the shoulders. So as you go higher, you want to keep focusing on your abdomen. You want to focus on how much air are you letting out. Are you letting it all out at once so that you run out of breath after a couple of notes? Or are you able to sustain? It's kind of like an ab workout if you think about it. So let's keep that in mind. And to double check that you're not tensing, I always recommend to kind of just, when you're singing, just kind of move your neck around. You know, the singing has nothing to do with the neck. A lot of people think that voice comes from your neck, which is partially true because your vocal cords, they vibrate, and that's what's producing pitch or sound, the vibrations which produce sound. But the air is coming from your stomach. It's coming from your diaphragm, which is a muscle right underneath, or excuse me, right above the stomach. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna kind of demonstrate what I mean by keeping the neck loose. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. So I'm keeping my neck loose. I'm gonna go up 2 more, big breath. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. So I'm singing from my stomach. Big breath. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. I'm gonna go 1 more. Big breath. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Okay, so that's how, that's one warm up I wanted to show you. That's kind of warming up as we go up and up and up the scale, as we call it in music. There's another really great warm up, but before we get to that, I wanted to actually go back a step and I wanted to practice a very, very simple breathing technique that you can do anywhere. You can do this from the comfort of your car, from your home, anywhere. All that we're going to do is we're going to practice on that breathing slowly and gently. And when we exhale, we're going to say the sound. And then we're going to go up. We're going to go big breath. We're basically training our ears to match our sound with the music that we're hearing, but we're also just learning how to exhale slowly, right? So I don't want to just go no, I don't want the voice or the sound or the breath to just escape, right? Like without a control, like an uncontrolled balloon. So we're going to start again from C, and we're just going to say so big breath. And I just kind of let my voice just die as my air, as my air just kind of runs out. Big breath. Next one. Next one. And as I'm doing this again, I'm not focusing on my neck. I'm focusing on the resistance in my stomach. So again, your stomach is a balloon. When you are breathing out, imagine you're retracting your stomach, you're retracting that balloon, and that's what's producing the sound, okay? I'm going on to the next one, big breath. And then also I encourage people to put one hand on their stomach. I can kind of adjust this a little bit. So as you're singing, it's good to kind of put your fist on your stomach. And as I take a breath, notice how I fill up the balloon. I filled up my stomach with air, and then I'm going to sing, and this is going to start going in. So you can kind of think again of that balloon metaphor, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start from C again. Big breath. Next one, big breath. Next one. And I can keep going, but for sake of time, I'm just cutting it a little short. Big breath. And I'm going to go up to G, next one. Okay, so that is kind of an example of some breathing techniques that we would do. There's another one to help practice going down in the pitch. So when I talk about pitch, I'm talking about how high and how low the notes are of this, of the music of the songs that you're singing. This next one goes like this. So I'll demonstrate, and the words are, how low can you go? So we're going to do a quick demonstration of how we would do that. So again, big breath. How low can you go? Bum, bum. I'm going to start here. How low can you go? Bum, bum. Big breath. How low can you go? Bum, bum. Big breath. How low can you go? Bum, bum. Big breath. How low can you go? Bum, bum. Big breath. How low can you go? I'm going to do two more. Bum, bum. How low can you go? And as I'm heading down, as I'm going down on my pitch, I'm consciously lowering my chin, and we're not opening our mouth as wide, okay? Last one. How low can you go? So I'm more of a higher singer, so I'm what you would consider a soprano. Sopranos have a higher range. Also, there's second sopranos, which kind of have a middle range, and then altos, which have a lower range. Okay, so those are some warm-ups. I know we spent a lot of time on that, but again, it's super important to feel that your vocal cords are warmed up. So let's move on, and I'm going to demonstrate. In fact, I think there is one attendee. Great. Hassan, thank you so much for joining. If you're able to, if you could actually show your screen, and I would love for you, I was just saying at the beginning, if you could please say your name and your grade. If you're in school, I have no idea the age range here, but and then also what got you interested into singing?
Good job.
Oh, Hassan, sorry, I'm not sure if you heard me, but if you're willing, you don't have to, but if you're willing, if you want to
Yes.
say yes, your name, and if you're in school, what grade are you in, and what got you interested into singing?
Very good. My song, very good from sound, from every my today, very good today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay,
yes.
So thank you. So if you could go ahead and just mute your microphone, that would be awesome. So that we can thank you to eliminate feedback. So this next thing that I'll be doing is I'm actually going to sing a small section of the song "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and so it's going to. I want you to all pay attention to kind of the way that I position my voice, and how and how the timbre and how the pitch is. So without further ado, let me just get started here. I'm going to just move this. So it's going to start like this. Somewhere over the rainbow. So notice how those are higher notes. So as I was opening my mouth wider, and this is the next part. Way up high. So I held that note for longer. I was controlling my breath, right? I didn't let it all out. I just was controlling my breath. Now the next part goes. There's a land that I've heard of. Quick breath. One just a little sample of how we control our breath, how we position our mouth, our chin, and just kind of putting all those techniques into place. So, so yes, I just wanted to end there and leave a couple of minutes for questions. Shruti here at Talent Nook will be sending an email to anybody who is on this call, who's interested, who has registered, with information on how to sign up with me, my profile, which includes my availability and my pricing, and how to register for lessons with me. I have a few slots left over. So would love to continue working with all of you. So if there's any questions, I'm going to leave room for questions.
Very good. My song from now, from May.
If you would be able to, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead and ask your question.
Every my today from your song, from every my music now, from small song and tall song.
Would you be able to maybe write your question in the chat? I'm not sure if I understood you correctly.
No, every my check my the record from today, from check this one, but my house, my every my waiting here. I'm unit future from open. May go my work. Every now zero work.
Okay. I'm so sorry, Hassan. I'm not able to understand your question. Shruti, if you wanted to chime in, if you had a better idea of what the question was, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to understand your question. But if you wanted to, like I mentioned, Shruti will be sending an email with how to sign up. So she will be sending that to anybody who registered for this webinar today. And if you want to reply to that email, then you'll be able to ask any specific questions. Yes. Yeah, thank you, Shruti. So like she was saying here in the chat, if you want to either put your message here on the chat, or if you want to, like I said, reply to that email with your question, we'll be sure to answer that. And hi, Lily, thank you so much for joining in. Would you be able to, if you're still on, would you be able to, if you're comfortable, show the camera so that I can see you, and unmute yourself and just introduce yourself, and if you're in school, what grade you're in, and what got you interested in singing?
She's talking to you. That's you. Talk. Yeah. Say hi. No. Hi, my name is Lily, and I am from. Stop it! No. I'm in 4th grade. Seriously. I am in 4th grade. No!
That's awesome. Great. And what got you interested in singing?
I heard everybody's beautiful voice, and I wanted mine to sound the same. Quiet! I think it was musicals, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah, The Greatest Showman. Ooh!
Oh, that's a great, I love that musical. That is a great musical. What's one of your favorite songs in that musical?
Rewrite the Stars.
Yes, I love that song. I love that song. Yeah. So I guess you logged in a little late, but what I was doing was I'll go ahead and sing it again. But what I was talking about was warm-ups and breathing techniques. And I'm going to go ahead and sing a little part of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, so you can kind of get a sense of the things that I was discussing earlier. But I'm sure a lot of people know this song. It's so I'll go ahead and start with that. So somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. So that's just a little sample of that. And I was earlier talking about breathing techniques and how we can train our vocal cords to warm up and prepare for singing, since it is basically like exercising. It's like exercising your muscles. Lily, if you're not, if you're able and if you would like, is there maybe 10-15 seconds of a song that you would like to sing? Is there a song that you really enjoy that you would like to sing? You don't have to. If you're shy, that's okay. We can do that like on a one-to-one basis, but I just wanted to give you the opportunity to.
I don't know.
That's okay. That's okay, hon. Don't worry. But yes, so as I was saying before, it's about 3 minutes past. So for anybody who is interested, please, Shruti from Talanook will be sending an email with how to sign up with me and how to, basically how to sign up with me and register. So if that's of interest to you, you don't have to do anything. She will be sending that email, and you can just respond to that with your interest in voice lessons. So if there's no other questions, Lily, did you have any questions? Or if your mom had any questions for me, I'm happy to answer that for the next 2 minutes.
Okay. Do you have any questions? No.
Okay, hon. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for those listening. Thank you for logging in and for showing interest in voice lessons. This is a great time to learn another skill and to train with somebody who has 20 years of experience, and would love to continue growing in your music journey together. So thank you so much. Thank you, Shruti, for hosting, and take care, everyone. Bye-bye.